Shiva is not a god of comfort. She is a process that does not care if it is understood. Shiva was not just a mythical god personality. Shiva was a process governor. From a systems model perspective, Shiva can be understood as a force that governs transformation, a name given to processes that could not be stopped, only managed. Every civilization has done this. When systems exceeded human control, they were named, not to diminish them, but to survive their consequences. In this framework, each god represents a real-world system that must be controlled, not merely worshipped. Shiva governs the most dangerous domain of all, high-energy transformation, not steady production, not growth, but the moments when systems must be broken down, reset, or safely collapsed. This is destruction, but not annihilation. It is controlled disassembly, entropy released before it escapes control, collapse guided just enough to prevent total loss. In engineering terms, Shiva governs phase transitions, energy dissipation and failure modes, shutdown protocols, quench events, thermal runaway prevention, the point where stability itself becomes dangerous, where creation initializes systems, and preservation sustains them. Shiva governs what happens when continuation is no longer possible without rupture. This is why Shiva dances. At high energy, nothing is still. Motion is not choice, it is obligation. Expansion demands contraction, creation demands erasure. Every structure exists only temporarily, borrowing time from instability. The dance is oscillation, energy moving between states, order dissolving and reforming. The ring of fire is not metaphorical, it is a boundary, a containment zone, a line drawn after earlier systems escaped control and could not be recovered. Inside the ring, matter forgets its form. Identity becomes provisional. Everything exists on the edge of breakdown. The symbols are precise. The drum marks rhythm, periodic signals, system timing. The fire releases energy and loss, entropy without intention. The raised foot breaks confinement, a system exiting a locked state. The figure beneath is inertia, mass that refused to move and paid the price. This is not ancient imagination. This is modern work. Particle physics operates almost entirely in Shiva's domain. It does not study stable objects. It studies destruction events. Matter is accelerated until stability is stripped away. Collisions are stage failures. Annihilation becomes a method of observation. Knowledge is extracted from ruins. High-energy systems are cyclic. Accelerate, destabilize and collide, dump the energy, reset, begin again. Every run is a dance inside a controlled ring. Safety systems exist for the same reason ancient boundaries did, to keep destruction contained, to prevent runaway release, to survive the next cycle. Even time behaves differently here. Direction blurs, symmetry breaks, progress dissolves into a sequence of state changes rather than a smooth flow. This does not require mysticism, it requires pattern recognition. Ancient observers watched storms erase landscapes, fire erase forests, decay hollow out empires, renewal emerge from collapse. They understood that survival depended not on stopping destruction, but on predicting where it would appear. They named the force that arrives when limits are crossed. Shiva was never only a promise. Shiva is also a boundary. Physicists do not worship Shiva. They work inside her domain every day. That is why the image endures, not only as religion, but also as a systems diagram. Some forces cannot be reasoned with, they can only be contained.